Hey, recovery kings and queens, this is Sarah, and welcome to You're So Annoying When I'm Sober. Hey there, my fellow sobriety superheroes. Welcome back to another thrilling episode of You're So Annoying When I'm Sober. I'm your host, Sarah, the caped crusader of sobriety. Today, we're donning our invisible capes and exploring the superhero side of sobriety. But first, I just want to say that this week has been such a blessing. I officially celebrated my 3 years clean and sober on 8/29. Woo woo! And I have also become a sponsor for the first time. And I'm super excited about that. I also have been learning what will work for me in my time management and what won't. So from now on, my new episodes will be coming out on Thursday. I hope that won't be an issue for anybody. I'm sorry about the change, but we will keep on going. All right, so going forward, now I know what you're thinking. Sobriety and superheroes? I mean, do they mix? Yes, absolutely they do. In fact, sobriety might just be the secret ingredient that turns us into real life superheroes. I mean, we are fighting crime literally every day, right? Like the crime that we're not committing anymore. So grab your imaginary capes, fellow crime fighters, and let's dive into the heroic world of sobriety. I mean, first we're going to have an origin story, right? Like all superheroes have an origin story. So every superhero is going to have one. And so let's see, remember that fateful day when you decided to embark on your sobriety journey? Yeah, that's your superhero origin story. That's where you were reborn. And that's when you really started living. Am I right? Whether you realized you had a problem or hit rock bottom or just wanted to live your best life, that moment of clarity was your call to action. You became your own hero, and that's pretty damn cool. You know, you're thinking superhero saves lives. Well, you saved your life. You've possibly saved your family's life if you were doing stupid shit behind the wheel or not giving a shit of what was going on with them and living in your own selfish life of addiction, right? But guess what? You didn't need a radioactive spider or a billionaire's bank account to start your journey. All you needed was the courage to say, I am done with this. I am done living selfishly. I am done living this day-to-day miserable life and hiding behind a mind-altering substance that really all it did was drowned my sorrows, and I never actually got to take care of them, right? So let's talk about the super sober superpowers, right? No, we can't fly or shoot lasers from our eyes, although that would be awesome. Actually, invisibility would be my superhero asset of choice. But we've got some pretty incredible abilities still. Like, first up, the power of clarity. Remember those blurry nights when you couldn't remember your own name? Well, sobriety gives us the clarity to see the world in all its detail. No more, where am I? No more, what did I do? What didn't I do? What am I doing? We can see clearly now the drugs are gone, right? And don't forget about the super strength to say no, right? Peer pressure and social expectations, not a problem for us. We've mastered the art of declining that drink with grace and a smile. Like I said last week, we owe no explanations. We get to live today in a world where we are so much cooler not drinking or taking any mind-altering substances. We laugh in the face of pressure. Ha 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 ha. Plus, we have the power of empathy. Sobriety helps us understand and support others on their journey, turning us into real-life heroes for those in need. That is literally our 12th step, you guys. Becoming someone's superhero, becoming that person that helped you in the beginning of your recovery, sharing about this. hoping that other people will follow and get out of their misery, it definitely is a superpower. And, you know, every superhero has an arch nemesis, right? Well, I would think that ours would literally be the cravings. They come out of nowhere, tempting us with thoughts of just one drink, just one hit. Our disease is in our mind. And if we don't hear it, we must be aware of it popping up at any time. And we are. We have our superhero strength to get through it. But fear not, fellow heroes, for we have our trusty sidekicks. Those sober strategies we were just talking about. You know, you can go from sipping the mocktails to indulging in your favorite non-alcoholic treats, or learning how to ground yourself and talk about it, journaling. We've got all the tools to defeat those cravings, to live another 24 without drinking or doing drugs. And remember, we're not alone in this battle. Our community is here to lead a helping hand and remind us that we're stronger together, to catch us when we are down, to build us back up when we couldn't do it for ourselves, to love us when we couldn't love ourselves. That's the power of our squad. Speaking of community, every superhero has a squad, right? Ours is the Sober Squad. What's up? Whoop, whoop, boop, boop. These incredible individuals have our backs through thick and thin. You just show up to a meeting and all of a sudden you got all this love, all this support. You share what's on your mind. You share what you're struggling with. Yeah, you share what you're not struggling with too. Like maybe some really amazing things are happening to you at the moment, but the point is that they're there for you when you are struggling too. And everybody wants to know your wins as well. Thick and thin, better or worse. It's like a freaking marriage, dude. But they never go away. We keep coming back. So whether it's late night chat or a virtual support group or just a funny meme that brightens our day, our Sober Squad is there to save us from the clutches of boredom, stress, and those pesky cravings. So if you ever feel like you're facing your own personal villain, remember that your Sober Squad is just a message away. And that's absolutely what we need to do. If you feel like you're going to give up, if you feel like you're going to give in to that temptation of those cravings, that stupid arch nemesis of ours, just go down your phone list. Hit up your sponsor. Hit up your support people. Hit up anybody. You will get through it. And that's a wrap on our adventure through the superhero side of sobriety. Remember, every day you choose sobriety, you're a superhero in your own story. So embrace your sobriety superpowers, defeat those cravings like a champ you are, and stand tall with your Sober Squad. I just love the thought of the fact that now I want to sit here and draw like me as a superhero against drugs and alcohol, you know? I think it's such a great explanation for what we do every single day. And kind of a cool new light, you know? Like we fight off these cravings every single day, and we fight for our lives every single day, and we fight for other people's lives every single day. This is our new way of life. And it's such a blessing to be a part of it. Like I can't imagine not being a part of recovery anymore. And that's a huge deal. I feel so blessed. Like sometimes I still think to myself, man, wouldn't it be great to be a normie? Like they can have a drink or they can have, a little taste of drugs or something for a weekend, and then they can just go right back to it and to life and not have it drown them and take everything that they ever loved and owned. It's kind of a little resentment I have. I'm going to put that on step 4, the normies, you know? But truth be told, like, I don't think I would have been able to get through how much I have gotten through in what was really wrong in my life without having come to realize that I was an addict, because of the steps that I've had to take. And I'm just going to be honest. Okay. I'm just going to be honest. Like I have my higher power. I am not speaking on religion, but I'm going to speak on what works for me and what hasn't. And, before I ever knew that I had a problem, I definitely tried seeking God more and more, seeking out church, doing church, activities, diving into all of those spiritual things. And it was a Band-Aid. It definitely helped me through some of the hard times that I was going through at that time. But it did not, it mostly helped me to learn how to have faith in a higher power at that time in my life, rather than learning how to deal with my character defects, learning how to deal with why I have these problems or why I am not able to communicate like other people or able to live a normal life like other people do. Reaching so deep inside of me that I can then understand where it's coming from and be able to fix that in the long run. Right? So all of those things are such great tools, going to church, going to or get together of what you believe in or have faith in, or however you want to do it. Those are great things. I'm not saying don't do that, but I'm saying what a blessing to be able to do that on top of working the steps to figure out what really the fuck is wrong with you. Getting deep in there. And I'll say it and I'll say it again. Like, everybody should be doing the steps in their life at least once. Whether you're a normie or an addict. And I truly believe in that. Sometimes I just wish that I could go to a meeting every single day and be with my people every single day and work my recovery every single day and get paid for it. I would absolutely love that. I know that there are options out there to do things like that. And I'm wanting to look into it, but it's something that I really am interested in seeing, because those meetings make me feel so good afterwards. And during hearing everything and being around my people and being understood, it is just the most amazing feeling. And that is what being part of a sober squad is all about. And whether you know these people that you're in the meeting with or you don't, you still feel welcome. You still feel a part of the family. And I know that there's people out there that are like, I don't need a meeting. I was one. I literally told my ex, I'm not the one with the problem. You are. You go to a meeting. That is disgusting. I can't even believe myself on that, to be honest. It's awful. I still feel guilty about it to this day. But what a bright ass kick in the butt to come to the realization that you are the problem. It is your fault. You did this to yourself. Now you're all by yourself. Yeah, I'm trying to break out into song through this whole thing. Sorry about it. Not really. And, I don't know. I'm wondering. I want to ask you guys, do mocktails work for you guys? I'm kind of paranoid. I've thought, man, a margarita without the alcohol sounds super good. Just the blended stuff, that's really honestly the good part. I mean, for real, right? But I'm so nervous that they're going to fuck it up and put something in there. So I won't even order it, but I wonder, does that work for you guys? I wonder, they have those alcoholic free beers. Yuck. I hate beer, but weird that they have that. That's great. I mean, I guess it's kind of like a diet. You kind of find this for that, you know? Ooh, speaking of diets, a couple of episodes ago, I told you guys that I wanted to like do more for my health. I told you I wanted to like start working on that physical aspect of recovery and making more healthier choices and that part of my self-care, right? And I just have to say, I am down 19 pounds and I have been working every day to make that a thing. And I'm holding myself accountable with you guys so that I can continue down this path because I'm feeling really good about it. And I think it's, it's such a good self-care technique that all of my roommates are actually on the same page right now. And it's like, it's almost infectious. And I'm so excited that we are all working towards a more healthy, balanced eating habits. And, I still haven't gotten into the gym, but that is going to be next on my list to start really getting into that and even having more unity with my roommates. And, I hear all the time around here where I live that people run into each other at the gym all the time. And that's fun. Like our recovery community, our sober squad, if you will. So that would be really great. So if somebody's listening that wants to hold me accountable to the gym, make sure I do. Okay, love you. So yeah, I don't know if you guys are into the mocktails or the alcoholic free beers, but let me know if that's like a thing. Because I had an idea of like doing this. Okay, it wasn't my idea. It was somebody else's idea. But still, there's this idea to have like a this or that type of episode. Would that be something you guys were interested in? I don't want to trigger anybody in any way. And I'm trying to be very careful about what I share on here to not trigger people. So let me know. Comment on my YouTube channel. Hit me up if you know me. The YouTube channel, just look it up. You're so annoying when I'm sober. We have a whole page on there. Comment, let us know. And I also would love to know if you guys have had the chance to start journaling or practice a grounding exercise. I'm really trying to get your feedback and see how everybody else is doing as well. This week, I was able to hit 2 meetings after work, and it felt so good. And it felt so good. Work went by extremely fast for me. And, I could say that I do recovery all day because that's all I talk about at work. Not sorry about it. But that's kind of my thing and who I am and what I talk to my clients about. And they love it. They love to hear about where I'm at. And I love to hear about where they're at or maybe where a family member is at. So, that's definitely how I keep up on my recovery every day is talking about it. Do not be ashamed of it. Even if you have all this clean time and you fucked up and you come back, keep coming back. It works if you work it because you're worth it. That's what they say, right? So don't forget to do some of them self-care aspects of your recovery. The grounding, the journaling, the meditating, all of those things. Recovery is such a beautiful thing and such a big spectrum. And go to a meeting. Get your list of phone numbers. Make sure that you have someone to contact if you can't get a hold of your sponsor, if you can't get a hold of a friend. Make sure that you have all of those lined up. So with that said, I hope you enjoyed today's episode and I hope that you keep coming back. And thank you for tuning in. I hope you're feeling inspired to continue your heroic journey. Until next time, stay sober, stay super, and stay hilariously annoying.